Hello. Hello, hello. Pam param pam 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 pam. Incredible music. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon. Hey. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Yeah. Very old screenshot. Very new screenshot. Yeah. So we have a new release out. Hello, Lucas. Hello, Hula. We have a new release out. In case you don't know, is a kind of an important release because we added a lot of stuff, and also we fixed a lot of stuff that was really needed, I think. So we streamlined the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of gameplay, and I think if you are a new player, this release is better than the previous for sure. Is less complex. The start is a bit smoother. There are still some puzzles, but they are relatively simple. And yeah, I think overall, I think it's a better experience, right? Plus, we added some very nice new buildings and locations. And also we added the ability to do this visual equipment that I think can customize, can characterize your characters more. So all in all, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. So I created, so I'm pretty happy about this release. I created a list of things that we want to do to refine a bit this release, right? And in particular, we have this one, the association of the voiceover, which is pretty much done. I tested it and it works well. So if you speak with an NPC in game, you will hear him speaking. Now, it's not all the NPC, but I would say it's a good number of them, and we can expand it in the next release. We cannot expand it now because that's a client change. So whatever we do there is on the client, right? And yeah, so but anyway, so in terms of refinement, I would like to add the descriptions to the Island 2 and Island 3. I think would be nice to work a bit on the Quildrake, but actually I think that the Quildrake, I will do it slightly later, because first we need to define where they live and what is their habitat and ecology and all of that. So I wanted to do this update of the welcome letter, which I think is an important one, which is connected to the next phase of the game and the main plot. I wanted to connect the city manager, defining the starter NPC. So this is also something I would like to do, and start to create an NPC and quest for the new guild halls, right? So I think, yeah. Yes. And I think one that we can work on tonight is probably one of these two. I asked a bit into the chat. I don't think I got any answer yet, but do the way magic and PC do the way what? Do the way magic and PC have their items. Yeah, we can add any type of item. We can add any type of item, but the idea is to make the NPC a bit special, right? So a bit different than usual. So we could do that. And to do it, we can use a function in our web console to actually add the visual items as well, so to keep them as needed. So we can do that. So I don't know really if I want to start from this or want to start from this. Probably I want to start from this, right? Because this is relevant. This is definitely relevant. So let me see. So let me launch. I mean, we should do it directly in game, right? Because these action locations can be created directly in game. One thing that I have to be a bit careful is that. And then also I wanted to check the few crashes. Yeah. Let me maybe do this first. So we had some crashes in production. There are not that many, but there have been a few. And for one, I already added a fix. The problem is when you are inspecting an item in the storage window, which is a bit counterintuitive, but someone decided to do it. And if you do it, you can crash the server, right? So the patch is already created. I just have to release it on the server. And then I saw a few more. Like for example, this one, right? This one is kind of a weird one because this one is a request item details interaction in player controller 237. So it's actually this line, right? And I mean, the player controller must be valid, right? When we call this function, because otherwise how can we call it, right? So player controller must be valid, and it's crashing on this line, right? When he's trying to cast to PS character, and I don't even know why we are casting to PS character here, to tell you the truth, because there is already returning a PS character. So it is a bit strange actually. Yeah, exactly. Why we are casting to PS character something that is already a PS character? Maybe because I wanted to have the certainty of this to be null in case this doesn't work. I don't know, that is very strange. This seems to be the latest crash that happened. I don't know, here the dates are always a bit weird because it's using different dates, but I think it's the last crash log, so we can I think it's this one, right? I think we can check what is going on here. I mean, if it's really the player controller, there was invalid pointer or what? Because it seems so, right? Because it's crashing on this line. So it seems that this is not, and also I don't understand why I'm saying, why I'm using this. I mean, this line is very strange. It should, in theory, should just be get PS character, right? And nothing else. I don't understand why there is the this, and I don't understand why there is the cast. That is very strange. But I have it in other places. Like for example here, you know, there is kind of the same, right? I have it in other places. So the cast to something that is already returning a PS character, right? I mean, maybe the idea is that the creature can be... because I'm casting here already. Maybe this function was changed through the years and now it's different. But I mean, the way it is written, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, there is another crash actually. This seems to be another crash because Ah, no, it's the same one. Ah, so it didn't crash there. It crashed inside. Wait. Then it's a bit better. So it didn't crash there. It crashed when it tried to use PS item. Ah, so the item was invalid. So the target was invalid. Target was invalid or get item data was invalid? No, target is, yeah, probably is get item data. Very likely. Very likely. Let me see. There is another bug that we can fix easy, I think, because so I think if we do target and then this get item data, like get item data is pointing to item data. So this is probably null. Yeah, this is null. So someone tried to use a function against an object that is not a PS item, which makes sense actually. Yeah, we have to change this. So this we need to be sure that when we are here, right, if target get item data is actually not valid, now I have to decide what to do with that. But if this is not valid, right, so basically means that this item is not a PS item. So I'm asking a item detail interaction on something that is not a PS item. And so the question is what I should do then, but because there's request item the interaction, let me see how you may do that. Let me try to understand how you may reach that point. My face is stuck again. By the way, I had some issue with the microphone, and I submitted a ticket for to their support, and they actually did something pretty good. They upgraded the software based on my feedback, which is nice. Because I was continuously having CPU spikes with the microphone sometimes, right? So, and it was generating issues, and I think the new version of their software is actually removing that problem, which is very nice. Okay, let me see how we arrived. How we arrived here, right? We need to see what calls that function. Request description of item, request description of character. Yeah, in theory is a right click I, right? This is what it is, pretty much. Request description of an item of an action location. Exactly. Would be nice to know how they did it. Because the problem is that the item actor is valid. The item actor is valid. Can I find out what item is? Well, target is actually valid. Do I have a name or something? Nah. Wait. Maybe if I type print, I have a better chance. This is an actor, right? This is an actor. So how do I print? There is a generic actor. There is a generic actor. So is an A actor. We don't know if it's an interactable. I feel it may be an interactable, but I mean, we could try to cast to interactable and then get what? The interactable should have a name, but I think that the name the name is probably part, it's just the base actor. I don't think we have a special name. Let me try what happens if I do print and then I assume that I press Ctrl V. Come on. And then I assume that my target is an interactable, right? And then I try to print, for example, I mean any of the properties, right? Maybe if it's a boolean or if it's a, yeah, like this thing, for example, right? So it's not an interactable, I guess. Strange though, because if it's not an interactable, maybe it's a container then. No, it's not an interactable. It's not an interactable. Is an APS item actor. The problem with PS item actor is that we don't really have much. You can check, for example, collision type. I'm trying to understand what this thing is, right? Does it tell me anywhere? How do I discover the type? Material type, for example, is there. For example. But we know that item data is empty. We know that. Material ID is completely empty as well. There is an item name, but is empty as well. So actually this seems to be an empty item, or anyway, it seems to be strange though, because the actor is not invalid, right? The item is not, the actor is not invalid. Do we have? I think we have a unique ID, no? In actor. What is the easiest way for me to extract yeah, there's a lot of stuff that exists only in the editor. The majority of this thing exists only in the editor. Hello, Sulfrots. Hey, welcome. Today was ported to the console's perspective. Nice. Hear a strange sound when tell attack or not? You hear a strange sound? What strange sound? Let me see. I can disconnect the microphone and reconnect it. Let me reconnect the microphone sometimes. Because now okay. Okay, tell me if it's better or not. Okay, so it may be the fan. It may be the fan that is putting some air on the microphone. That's possible. That is possible, Hula. Yeah, it's possible. Maybe it's the is it loud? What is the easiest way to debug? If you don't touch it, it's better. Okay. I usually don't touch it, but in GDB. Print my actor. I mean, I can try to just say, but this just prints the. If I do this, what happens? But like this is very. Well, maybe. Maybe. The problem is that it's pages of stuff, you know. It's pages of stuff, so it's not really useful. Also because these are all unreadable objects, right? So it's not very handy. No, it's not useful at all. Okay, we do get name and I did Control V again. Wow, it's thinking a lot. Like if that was a very complex question. Oh wow. It's thinking forever. Can you do it? No, huh? Did we manage to crash GDB or? Oh wow. What the hell is going on? Never seen him taking so much to print something. Okay, I would stop it. I think it's not doing anything. What the hell? It is okay now? Okay. I don't know why it's so slow. It's possible that the server is already busy and plus I'm trying to debug stuff on top of it, and overall, you know, we so what is suggested here, but I don't know if it is actually reasonable. Is this? It's just not returning. If you call the functions directly, it's just not returning. Okay. It doesn't do anything if you call methods. I don't know why. I think I had better success with my I think I had better success with my printouts and not this one that are going through functions. And he's anyway super slow. I mean, it takes a lot of time to load up at the beginning because he's loading like 5 gigabytes or what of memory footprint. So maybe that's fine, but the fact that I cannot print basically anything is a bit weird. Okay, so this one at least returned something, but it is an F name, so let me try to do the same and do a teacher pointer of this and see what happens. Doesn't do it, huh? Strange, very strange. We cannot get it, boys. Cannot get it. I'm trying different methods, but to understand what is it, but it's not helping us much. It's not helping us much. And I cannot call methods on it anyway, so I thought there was a simpler way to, I mean, fname would be good, right? This name private would be good, but I cannot print it. I cannot print it. Any one of you knows? No. No. I'm asking ChatGPT on the other screen, and the problem is not giving me good stuff. He's only giving me, because also the toString, right? I don't think it's something that you can really use. Class private is actually returning something, but so I think that holy shit, what is this? Blueprint generated class. Ah, it's a blueprint. It seems to be a blueprint then. Cannot print it, bro. Cannot print it. Cannot access memory. It's always cannot access memory, so... This, I don't know if it really works. It's saying that it does, but when I do it, it's not returning anything. Because I'm not, I mean, I'm analyzing a crash. I'm not debugging. Yes. I'm not attached to a process. I am debugging a... Let me try the other suggestions that ChatGPT has, but anyway, ChatGPT is very useful, but sometimes it brings you in a completely wrong direction. So oh wow. Yeah, but it must be, I mean, it is freaking object, right? It must be something that is actually accessible. That is what I'm saying. I don't know, the tags or whatever. I mean, fname, I understand fname, but fname, I mean, name private, right? Like this name private, but this name private, actually, I cannot access. I don't know, I just wanted to know, and by the way, it doesn't even exist here. So I wanted to understand I wanted to understand if there was any like for example f-string actor label, but you see that it's only available with editor data, right? So it's not, I mean, this is get name, but get name is pointing to what? It's pointing to f name, and f name, yeah, is pointing to name private. So which is exactly the one that we were trying to access. So actually it is correct, but we cannot get it, right? We cannot get it. So target name private is not printing out. Target name private is an f name. So for whatever reason, I cannot print out an f name like if it was an f string, right? It's a pity because I think it was a good idea. You cannot cast it to teacher pointer. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Can I just read what it contains or not? Fuck. It's not possible. Okay, GG. We cannot do it. Fuck it. We don't know. But anyway, someone... I asked an GPT question on topics I'm curious about. Yeah, I think it works pretty good. Actually, it works very well. And it's improving every day, so... It is actually very nice. Okay, we cannot get whatever item this is Can we get it in previous calls? I don't think so, because the previous calls are anyway outside of our... because the previous calls are on the client, right? So this is coming from the client. So we don't know much, right? Yeah, exactly. Actually, we don't know much about this item, right? So we know... I mean, we know who is the player. I mean, we can find out probably who is the player, but we cannot easily find out. Well, let me see at least if he's in a container. Maybe container ID we can print out. No, optimized out. Okay. Slot ID -1. So we don't know really. We don't know what the hell is going on here. We don't know. The only thing that we know is that it's going through this. So target is valid and target item data is invalid, and so it's actually crashing, right? And so it's actually crashing. Yeah. So I think a stopgap would be anyway that if the target item data is not valid, we should just say something like invalid item, right? So this means that you right-clicked and you find the eye icon on something that is not an action location, is not an interactable, is not a PS item, but it's just a normal actor. And the weird thing is that you managed to get the eye icon for it, which in theory makes no sense. I mean, it should never happen, right? But you managed to do it on this item. I mean, it's so annoying that I have the item here, but I cannot print it, right? I cannot understand what is it. I mean, for sure is an actor, and an actor should have a name or should have at least a class. But also the class we cannot print out, right? Because also the class is... yeah, also the class... No, it doesn't even. Okay, anyway. We will put in the temporary fix, and probably people will tell me that they get invalid item, right? Because this is what we will do. So we will get invalid item. So I would like to stop to do this cast to PS character. I think it's completely useless, right? Why we do cast to PS character of something that is already returning a PS character? That I really don't understand. So we just print out something like invalid item, right? We don't have much. I don't want to use target because I think that we will crash again. So we just say invalid item, and this will be an error, right? So this should prevent the crash, right? So this will basically not crash anymore. Well, if I return after this, right? Or if I do else, yeah. Otherwise, yes. So this will not crash anymore, which is good. I don't know what other crashes we got, but we have these two fixes. I can release the new client. I mean the new, sorry, not new client, the new server, right? All these other crashes were just the machine not restarting, so they are not real crashes. They are all fake. They are all fake crashes. You know, I think we can probably delete all of them. Yeah. because anyway we already analyzed them, so we will only see the new ones. Okay, so that is kind of done. At least this fix should prevent the crash, right? So, and which is good. So add description to island 2 and 3. Okay, so what I wanted to do with the release client was to add a bit more descriptions here and there for the island number 2 and island number 3 in the Draken plane, because I think it's nice if you can click on stuff, and I think we'll give a better by the way, the visual equipment is not showing the character selection. I'm aware of that. I'm very aware of that. So I think we go island 2. We go island 2. So in island 2, I mean, apart from these rocks that I don't think we should... I think the most interesting thing is obviously always this, right? And we already have a description of this guy. We already have a description of this guy, which is the magical brazier, this one, right? And I think we should copy exactly the same, because anyway, it is the same thing. And so let me just copy somewhere the description, so we can copy it on the other side. Okay, so if I do it here, did it say in 2 shards actors C0, which bothers me a bit because it's the first one that is not okay. No, I think it should be okay. I think it should be fine, actually. I think it should be fine. So we'll have polygon 0, active, radius 4, examine, and the examine will say this. Exactly like the other one, right? So now if we right click on it, yeah, we can see the description, right? I think it would be nice to have a description of this. I mean, hopefully this door you cannot open, right? No, you cannot open. I think it would be nice to have a description of this building or this door, just to say that, I don't know, it is sealed and you don't find a way to enter or whatever. Static mesh actor 6 and this is static mesh actor 3. So actually, yes, they are different, right? So we can describe them separately, right? Okay, let me just get some help on the text. So there is a large building. So there is a large building made by the stone hammers, and I want to describe a door. No, I want a description when a door. I want a description when the player looks at the door of the building. So the door is very solid metal, right? It's very solid metal with a bronze with a bronze, let's say decoration. Decoration, pretty elaborate. Elaborate. The door is closed and cannot be opened, right? Okay, so basically I give like 2 paragraphs of description to ChatGPT so that it can create like a good description for me, right? With good English and with good you stand before a massive imposing door crafted from solid iron. Its surface is dark and weathered, an unbreakable barrier, intricate bronze decorations will across the door. We can simplify this, right? Because obviously ChatGPT is exaggerating a bit at times. So you stand before, I don't care. I think we just say you see a door crafted from solid iron with, yeah, I'm changing it all, but anyway, with intricate bronze decorations, right? With intricate bronze decoration, symbolizing the universe and strength. I don't really think so. The craftsmanship is exquisite, each day forged with care. The door is firmly closed. The door is firmly closed, and yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think longer than this, no one is gonna read it, so it's fine. So these few lines I think are good. Okay, we save that. Now we need a description also of the palace, right? So, and we need a description of the palace. So the special thing about this palace, I think, is that is a very typical Stonemaier style, right? It looks very solid and strong and like a fortification, right? It has typical Stonemaier style is stands solid and strong with a wide how do you say, wide section, a wide I mean it's basically wider than taller, right? With a wide figure, so basically wider than taller, and it seems to be designed as a fortification, as it brings as its windows are strategically positioned to oversee the bridge and the gorge, and not to be and be protective to the one inside, and be protective to the ones inside. Yeah, this is what I want to say. Okay, so ChatGPT generated this. Let's see if we can change it a bit. The palace rises before you in true Stonemaier fashion, broad and unyielding, with stout modern fortress in a residence. Meh, shit. Created from massive stone blocks. So the palace. Nah, this is not good. The palace is made in Stonemaier architecture style. Or we can say Dwarven. The palace has, I don't know if it's made in architecture style, is really good English. It's a bit awkward, eh? The palace is built is constructed in the style of Dwarven architecture. The palace reflects traditional Dwarven architecture. Yeah, maybe like this is better. The palace reflects traditional Dwarven architecture. Broad and it starts more from the fortress. Broad and crafted, let's say broad and crafted from massive stone blocks. It exudes an aura of enduring strength. I don't know why the text is always so ChatGPT. It gives a feeling of lasting strength and yeah, this is kind of better. Because sometimes it's exaggerating with these words, right? It gives off a feeling of lasting strength and firm protection. Okay. This we don't care at all. It removed my strategically. I don't know why, but I want strategically. Strategically placed windows peer out toward the Redstone Bridge and the deep gorge beyond. Okay. Designed not for a grandeur, but for a watchful defense. Designed for watchful defense. Do you say? Wow, I had to sneeze. Do you say watchful defense? What does watchful defense means? I mean, is it defense where you are watching? So are you watching or you are defending? Decide yourself. Can you watch and defend? I mean, watchful defense sounds a bit weird to me. For constant vigilance. Constant vigilance, I think, is better. Design it. So strategically placed window peers out toward the Redstone Bridge and the deep beyond. Designed for constant vigilance. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think we don't want more than that for sure. Okay, I really like adding this description because I think that, you know, so how do we call it? Dwarven Palace. I really like adding these descriptions because I think it's something that other games don't really have anymore. I mean, they don't really care, you know, pretty much about oh wow, it's more than 20 meters, huh? Okay. So I have to do what? 30 meters? 40 meters? I can do 40 meters. Anyway, if you click on it, right? So that whenever you click on it, you get the description. Holy moly, more than 40 meters. Are you serious? I think there is another range because it's impossible that it's more than 40 meters. Nah, it's impossible. I think there is another range that is blocking. Ah no, because I didn't refresh. Wait a second. If I don't refresh, yeah, that's the problem, I think. He's using the first one that he created. Wait. Let me go back to 30, which may be enough actually, and then I reload the cache. Now here we are in production, so I have to be a bit careful on not crashing things, but it's kind of strange though, because if here it works, right? Why like 5 meters away it doesn't, right? That's a bit strange. You know, here it doesn't. And this thing, I mean, for sure is not 40 meters wide. Okay, let me go 50. Let me reload the cache. I think there is another maximum limit. Yeah, there is another maximum limit, I think. It's a pity though. You are not in range to see. So it's not really taking that there is an additional limit. You are not in range to see. And he's in the blueprints. No, it's client side, boys. It's client side. Shit. So how can I fix this? I mean, it works here, but as soon as you go here, it doesn't work anymore. I mean, it works up to here, but then when you are here, it doesn't work anymore. So, or I add, but I cannot even add a new thing, right? So there is no solution to this. No. You are not in range to see. I mean, why I decided to put another limit on top of the action location limit. Anyway, we will ignore it. It's annoying though, but we will ignore it. It seems there is an additional limit. There is nothing to do with the one that you specify, because I think the one that you specify in the action location is the activation range. But then after the activation range, there is a vision range, but I think it's a bad idea actually. I think it's a bad idea, mainly if you click on the item, right? Because you have to click on the item. You are not in range. I think it's somewhere here. Hopefully. Oh wow. Not. You are not in range. What the fuck? Huh? Because I have uppercase and lowercase. Okay. Yeah, it was here. Okay, it's in the code, which is nice. So it's not client side. Fantastic. Check the distance between the character and the action location. If the position is 000, then skip the range check. If the position is 000, we skip the range check. Very nice. Can I... Okay, well, that's a good news. So we can just put 000 here. Position 0 0 0. So in this case, it's enough that you click on it. If you can click it, you can see it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, good. I didn't know this. Okay, so we can describe the structure everywhere, which is pretty cool. What else we want to describe? Well, so we described this. I think we can describe these houses. Maybe. I mean, in theory, there are the doors here as well, but there are the doors and the doors I can actually put exactly the same description, or maybe nothing. We can describe this building. I think it's interesting to describe this building. So this one will be called like barracks, and polygon 0, active yes, radius 10. I think the 000 to me is anyway a good idea always then, because mainly in this area we don't want to restrict you to... Okay, so there is another building which is dedicated to the barracks. Is a simple but practical building, practical place with space for maybe, I don't know, 10, maximum 10 people. Maximum 10 people. You hear, I think we can say you hear echoes of boots on the ground and people snoring. Okay, let me see what he's saying. He's saying this: the barracks stand. I don't want the barracks. I mean, I think I want to say this building looks like. Looks like the barracks. Looks like a modest. Can you say? I don't know why this freaking ChatGPT always needs to change my phrases. Appears to be. This building appears to be a modest barracks, no frill structure, simple and practical. Well, we say simple and practical. Built for okay, we don't care about that. It's cramped interior. No, it's completely empty. Its interior holds space for no more than 10 soldiers at a time. You catch the distant echoes of boots striking the floor, mingling with soft snore drifting through the walls. Mingling with soft. I don't know why you always have to use this freaking weird word. I mean, are the echoes mingling with soft snores? I don't know. Can you say mixed? Okay. And drifting through the wall, probably not. Mingling. Why mingling? Why mingling? Okay. You convince me. Mixed. Mixed, blended, combined, joined. Blended. I like blended. Okay, good. So this is our description. This is our description, my boys. Save. Now, this other building, I don't know what is it. It's actually completely empty. So maybe we can also have like the sounds just for fun. Yeah, because I don't know what this building could be. So there is another building completely empty, which probably was a kitchen, or no, not a kitchen, let's say a mess hall, right? A mess hall is you can hear echoes of people laughing and laughing. I don't know if soldiers really laugh when they eat, but people talking and sound of metal plates and this building stands empty. This building stands empty now. It's well silent, but for faint echo or liver pass from within you can almost hear rumor. This building stands empty, but you can hear The murmur of voices and the clatter of metal plates and cutlery. Yeah, I think like this is good, but can we add a bit more? For example, what can we add more than this? That you see several cracks. Several cracks on the floor showing how ancient this is. Or how much has been used, I don't know. Cracks, spiderweb across the floor revealing essential agent, long forgotten part. Or maybe revealing its heavy usage. Okay, that is good. If you have anything you want to suggest, guys, please do it, huh? If you want to suggest any descriptions or anything, whatever. Or if you think that this is good or this is bad, or if you want to do it differently. This will be called mess hall. Is mess hall the exact translation? Mess hall. Separated. Dining area. Mess hall. Separated. Okay, thank you, ChatGPT. You are invaluable. Wait, polygon no, Polygon 0. Okay, so we have that. Then we have a few things. We have few additional places.
These beams must be cut just right. See? Every joint, you won't believe how deep that gorge goes. This lifts the only way to get the heavy stuff up to the builders.
Up to the builders? Stone MB2, blah, 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 right? So this guy we can describe as well.
These beams must be cut just right. See? Every joint strong enough to hold against the weight of 1,000 footsteps.
So there is a wood worker with a workbench and some tools that's working on beams, on wooden beams, to be used as a support structure for the workers to build the bridge. I need a description. Is a dwarf? And is wearing a leather armor with many pockets and tool places, whatever. Okay, I want to make the description anyway fairly short. You know, ChatGPT is making them super long. I will just a sturdy dwarf stands at a worn wooden workbench, surrounded by an array of chisels, saws, and hammers. Yeah, this I like. Clad in rugged leather armor fitted with numerous pockets and loops holding tools, he expertly shapes thick wooden beam destined to become the bridge support structure. I think it's more than enough. It's pretty good, actually. This one was good. This one was very, 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 very good. How do we call this guy? How do I name the guy? Well, because if I say I don't name a guy, it will give me a name. No. This will be called what? Hello, Wedget. Hi. We will call him. What? Dwarven woodcutter. Dwarven woodworker or what? How can I call him? Warren woodworker? Dwarven carpenter? Dwarven carpenter. Dwarven carpenter. Okay, so we describe this as well. So this is active, polygon 0. Distance like 4 meters, you have to be close. And that's it. Boom. You can now read this description. I'm a Elder engineer. Carpenter. Yeah, use carpenter. Do you want to describe also this? It's a bit similar to his. So the player can also click on the on the workbench. On the workbench, and I need a description. Anyway, ChatGPT is making my life so much easier. You have no idea. As non-native English speaker is making my life like 10 times, 100 times easier. And probably even for an English speaker is making it 10 times easier. I have a well-used wooden workbench stand started and scarred from years of labor. I don't like that too much. We say a well-used, we would say a well-used wooden workbench with scattered or has chisels, saws and other woodworking tools scattered across the surface. I don't know, scattered across the surface, but each showing frequency of use, no. Wood shavings and sandals collected in the corner, hinting at recent activity, no. The bench is clearly the art of war and craft, no. Built to withstand the hardest strike, no. I think we can just say this. A well wooden usable bench with can you fix this? Let's see if he fixed this. Holds. Okay, not has. Yeah. Yeah, also it's good because you can actually ask him just to fix your broken English, right? So which is very nice. It's very, very nice. So we just call it workbench. By the way, Hula. No, sorry. By the way, Uajet. You both start with you. Uajet. This is something that we should do. I'm thinking that even players, you know, should be able to submit descriptions like this. So we have a million places in the world that are not described, right? It would be very nice to get a roleplay description of them so that people can click on everything. I want people to be able to click on everything and get a description. Everything, nearly everything. And it is something that obviously if me and you do it, it will take us forever. But if players help, you know, and organize themselves a bit, this can become a fantastic thing. So, I have to drink. I have to drink something. Okay. Limoncello. Maybe. No, I'm drinking water. But limoncello would be very nice. Actually, you can make limoncello fairly easily. It's very easy to make limoncello. If you search it on the web, you can make it yourself. Put it on the fridge for in in the fridge for a bit, in the freezer for a bit, and for the fridge. I mean, there is kind of a sequence, but then you just make it. It is exactly like the one that you buy. It's exactly the same. Because the component is pretty much just lemon, so. Well, you need to have good lemons, which may be a problem in US. Maybe a problem in US, yes. Okay, so we described that, we described this. Now, here we have what? Here we have some...
believe how deep that gorge goes. This lifts the only way to get the
we have some
stuff up to
crates.
the
Some crates near the gorge where the bridge is built. Maybe we can describe what those crates contain. Let's see what is invented here or not. A cluster of sturdy wooden crates is near the edge of the gorge. Their weathered surface marked the scratching and stamps. No, too long. I mean, ChatGPT tends to add stuff that is useless, so it tends to speak a lot with useless things. They hold essential supply for the bridge construction. Iron nails. Iron nails, I like. Bundles of teak ropes. Okay, that makes sense. Bundles of teak rope coil tightly. Of teak ropes coil tightly. Okay, coil tightly is okay. And stacks of traitor timber beams. Await their turn to be fitted into place. The scent of fresh cut wood and hints of oil seep from the crate, promising a steady progress and massive undertake. I like the scent. The scent of fresh cut wood. The scent of fresh cut wood. Maybe not. I mean, it's a vision at the end, so probably not. A cluster of sturdy wooden crates is near the edge of the gorge. They hold essential supplies for the bridge construction. Iron nails, bundle of teak ropes, and stack of this coil title is useless. And stack of trader timber beams. Okay. Done. Yeah, it should be fairly short, right? Or people will never read it. So wooden crates. Probably people will not read it anyway, but I don't care. I don't care. We have it. You don't want to read it? Don't read it. Don't read it.
You won't believe how deep that gorge goes. This lifts the only way to get the heavy stuff up to the builders.
Up to the builders? I know, my friend. I love limoncello gelato. Limoncello gelato actually does not exist. I mean, exists maybe in US, maybe I mean, outside of Italy, there are so many things that they are advertised as Italian, but they don't really exist in Italy. Like limoncello gelato, I think it doesn't really. Well, maybe it exists, but it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Limoncello is a liquor that you drink. Maybe someone invented it, but it's not a typical thing. So this is a winch. Okay, we also have a winch. We also have a winch to bring materials up and down the gorge. Let me see what he's saying. Nearby sturdy winches anchor and frame to the ground. Still collect neatly around the drum. The mechanism cracks softly. The mechanism cracks softly, I think is not bad. The rest is pretty much useless. So I think we can say a sturdy winch. A sturdy winch creaks softly as it's ready to haul heavy materials up and down the gorge. Nah. And that's it. I think just that is enough. Just that is enough. Wooden winch. Polygon 0. Active, range 5, description. Save. Ah, lemon gelato. Lemon gelato, oh, yes. Lemon gelato, absolutely. Lemon gelato, yes.
There are many, and that worries me. Supplies in these tunnels are already thin.
We also have in the scene a lemur female wizard that looks worried about the number of dwarfs present, and looks at the bridge with suspicion or suspect. I don't know. Anyway, ChatGPT will fix it. She has a typical purple hair. Typical purple hair. No, we may not say. Her staff is nicely crafted with magical crystals. Let's see what. Oh wow, like 10 pages. 10 pages, no thank you. A lemur female wizard standing by her gaze fixed on the bridge and the bustling dwarfs that full on her elegant staff adorned with a glowing magic concealer gleams softly in the light, reflecting arcane power. There is a hint of suspicion. Okay, let's say a lemur female wizard. We can say you notice a lemur female wizard with a hint of suspicion and concern in her eyes. Well, without a hint, with suspicion. Where you notice a lemur female wizard with with suspicion and concern in her eyes. Her posture is tense. Watching the construction unfold. Okay. Her elegant staff, adorned with glowing magical crystal, reflects or suggests a powerful suggests I don't know what it suggests. It doesn't suggest anything. So elegant stuff adorned with glowing magical crystal suggests she has a lot of power, and the ChatGPT will fix it. Let me give him this, and he will fix it. It will fix it. You notice a lemur female wizard, suspicion and concern in her eyes. Her posture is tense as she watches the construction unfold. An elegant staff adorned with glowing magical crystals suggests she wields great power. Oh, fantastic. Exactly what I wanted to say. Exactly what I wanted to say, my boys. Lemur Wizard. Active 0, radius 4. Radius a bit random, eh? Sometimes I put 4, sometimes I put 5, sometimes, but it's the same. So this guy seems to be a fighter, probably. So let's give some hints to ChatGPT, or he will never be able to do it. So there is also a lemur male fighter. He has leather armor and a special longsword, showing a sharp blade and a nice balance. Nice balance. Can be a deadly weapon. Can be a deadly weapon. He has a crystal. He has a crystal on his front, or no? I don't know. It looks a bit like a crystal. But anyway, what else? Let's say that he has his blade out. He has his blade ready, like if he wants to attack the dwarves. Yeah, I think he has his blade ready, you know, so it's like, what I'm gonna do here. A lemur male fighter stands nearby, clad in worn leather armor that allows his movement. Bah. A lemur male fighter clad in worn leather. Why everything has to be worn? In shiny leather armor. Why everything has to be worn? I don't know. Shine in polished and perfectly. No, maybe not. Leather armor is never shiny. Well, let's say clean anyway. Clean leather armor. Or new, or new, or what can the leather armor be? I don't want it worn. I mean, it's true they are inside a cavern, so it's not really the best place to be, probably. When I think about in-game, you haven't an NPC with a social pet. You think NPC should have pets as well? Could be. Possible. In a clean leather armor that allows his movement, I don't really care. In his hand, he grips a finely crafted longsword, his sharp blade gleaming and balanced with deadly precision. Why he always have to create phrases that are so freaking fake? Can you stop creating phrases that are like fake advertisements of TV ads of the 90s? Thanks. Like this one. Let's see what ChatGPT says. I said, can you stop creating phrases that are like fake advertisement of TV ads of the 90s? Thanks, like this one. He grips a finely crafted longsword, his sharp blade gleaming and balanced with deadly precision. No fluff, exactly, no fluff. Finally, bro. Finally, because I cannot stand that anymore. A lemur male fighter stands nearby. I would say hides behind a rock. Hide behind a large rock, because really hiding. In leather armor. He holds a longsword with a sharp, well-balanced blade. Oh, finally he's riding normally. He stands and his blade is ready, watching the dwarves of the bridge with suspicion. No, I don't want him to be with suspicion. I wanted to say that they may be ready for battle. So the second part... with a sharp, well-balanced blade. in this part, I would like to say he may be ready. He may be ready for battle. So what pet you would give to which NPC, Hula? He stands his stance, blade at the ready, and is as if prepared to fight. We can say he holds a longsword with a sharp but balanced blade. He stands his stance as if prepared to fight. His eyes fixed warily on the dwarves building the bridge. Yeah, it is a bit better. Yeah, no fluff. I think we should say always no fluff to the lemur fighter or warrior. Maybe warrior. I don't know. Okay. Ah, it didn't work. Why? Because I'm too far. Okay. Okay, nice. I think we described everything. You want to describe the mushrooms? Do we want to describe the mushrooms? I mean, we can. You want to have Percival to have a pet? I'm pretty sure in a town some players haven't seen one. Ah, you're saying, you know what I would like to be? What I would like to have? I would like to have, yeah, let me put it into the list. I want to make it now. I said it a million times, we never make it. A beast master. Beast master selling beasts. We will have that very soon. I said that like 20 times and I never did it. So there you will have your pets. There you will have your pets, and he will sell the blue Yule bar. You know the blue Yule bar? And he will sell the African reef neck. Where is the blue Yule bar? Here. This guy. What is the price? What is the price of this? What is the price of this? 50,000? Tria? What is the price? Beastmaster selling beasts. Where should this guy be? In List Arindel? I think I want to put it in List Arindel. I think it may be in List Arindel actually. A Quilzaur. An African quest? What do you mean an African quest? I don't know, I call it African because it looks a bit like that, but it looks a mix of a gazelle and this one. It is very nice, by the way, I really like it. It's weird but nice. I think a license for a mount is 30k Tria. Yeah, but I want a Beastmaster selling beasts, and I want to add 20 beasts, new beasts that you can just buy. Anyway, one day. But I really want to do it. I really want to do it. I really. And when I want to do something, usually I do it. That's one of the good part of me, you know. Do you want to describe these mushrooms or not? I can give it a picture to ChatGPT and he will if I put myself next to it, he will also understand that they are giant. Or maybe he will confuse because he sees me. Potentially. There are also very large blue blue glowing mushrooms. See picture. The problem is that if you put a picture, you are like using a millions credits immediately, and so after a bit it will just say GG, you cannot chat anymore with me. The license for the mount is 30k. Large glowing blue mushroom cluster. I want to have the Beastmaster, and then I want the people to build their houses where they can put their pets, because the problem is, where do you put your pets then? But anyway, one thing at a time. Let's describe this island and then we think to the next things. Large glowing blue mushroom cluster in the shadow near the gorge. Their wide caps emit an airy soft light illuminated. Too long, bro. Shorter. I reached the limit. GG. 1 second, reach the limit. You see, I just put in one phrase and I reached the limit. But you open a new chat and usually works or not? Yeah, using a lower level model. In PlaneShift MMO, I have this description for mushrooms, but it's too long. The blue color looks like a glowing stick. Glowing blue mushroom cluster, a shadowy spot near the gorge. How does he know? I open a new window. Because it probably is here in the description. Large glowing in the shadow. Yeah, it was in the description. I was scared for a second because this thing always says that he never reads the other chat. Yeah, it was in the description. Their wide ripple caps emit a soft airy light, casting a cold magical glow in a rocky ground. Moisture gathers in the grooves, giving the strength. It's too complex. It's too complex, and also it's not telling you much, right? It's just describing. It doesn't have ideas, right? Ideas like, I don't know, you think that this mushroom can be deadly if you eat them, but may provide you magical powers if you do. I don't know, something that is an idea. He never has ideas. He's always just copy pasting stuff. Glowing blue mushrooms cluster. Emits their white caps emit a soft eerie light, casting a cold magical glow. I mean the glow, okay. Can they cast cold? Real cold. Like you go next to them and they are cold. That would be kind of cool. Chemiluminescence, yeah, exactly. Moisture gathers in the grooves. There are no grooves, giving this strange function. I don't know, I should not spend too much time on this because it's already an extra thing. So let's say glowing blue mushroom. Glowing blue mushrooms with wide caps. Emit a soft airy light, casting a cold, why cold, but anyway, casting a magical glow on the rocky ground. I don't know, airy light. You wonder what could happen to you if you would eat such a mushroom. Let me see what he's saying of this. Glowing blue mushroom with a white cap emits a soft airy light. You can't help but wonder what might happen if you ate one. Yeah, exactly. The English is very good at fixing English. Fixing English is really his thing. It's really good. It's really good at fixing things. Don't tell me that each mushroom is a different action location, please. Yes. Oh, fuck. No. Each one is different one. So, or we put 3 action locations, or we just try to be lucky and we put it on the first one, and we hope that people will click on the first one. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's call it magical mushrooms. Or mushroom. Let's call it magical mushroom. And probably no one will ever see this description, but it's okay. We know that it's there, and we like that it's there, right? Okay. I think no one will click on this one because they really have to go up, and no one will go up. Maybe someone will click on the rock, but I don't know, it's just a rock. So, okay, so I think island number 2 is done, boys. Island number 2 is done. I think we had like 10 or more descriptions, so I think it's pretty good. I think it's very nice. I think we did a good job. Okay, now we have island number 3. No, island number 3. I thought we were done. No, we're not done. We have island number 3. But island number 3 is a bit easier. Well, I don't know. Probably not. Probably is harder, actually. Teleport locations. Let me just check one thing, because I have to check. Probably some alchemical property. Yeah, exactly, right? So you could say something like, oh, you think that using this mushroom may make wonderful potions and acid to destroy your enemies, right? Something like that. But ChatGPT never does that, right? You really have to, if you ask him, it does. But by default, it's just giving very boring description, very fluffy, redundant, well-written descriptions. Which is exactly the opposite of what you usually want. But anyway. Okay, so what I was doing, yes, I wanted to check something because there is an SSL certificate that is actually expiring. And they said it was going to expire in 15 days. And they sent it the 17th of June. Ay. How much is 15 days from the 17th of June? So until here is 7. Until here is 14. And here is 15. Ay. So in 2 days from now. So yeah, I have to renew the SSL certificate. I have to do it. I cannot do it now, but I have to do it. It's 2 days from now. Ouch. Okay. But what were we doing? Yes, we were going to island number 3. Island number 3. Can you right click on the guy? Wait a second. On the creature. Yeah, we can right click on the creature, eh? I mean this creature. I think I added some description already. I think it's very unlikely that someone clicks, because as soon as you go here, you start to speak, right?
But you have been
But if you then
deprived of
click
your
on
core
him,
energy. You have to
the creature
rebuild
eye seems to blink
Peace
faster in
by
approval.
piece,
You found one of the
shard
shard and you
by
feel your
shard.
energy is coming back. You see, there is a description actually. It is correct, yes, because you found one of the shards. So actually that's correct. So there is another creature here, but I don't know if this one actually has a description. It doesn't. But I think that originally yet. And three-eyed creature. This creature emits a low tone, vibrating sound, and his eye seems to be smiling. This magical creature told his ancestors. Yeah, this is the first one that you get. This is the second one that you get. And this should be the third one that you get. Exactly. Well, and this isn't even one more. This is the last one. This creature seems to be in multiple places at the same time, probably divine in nature. You know, to remove it. Yeah, I think we can use this one maybe. Let me do this. But to do this, I have to delete that one. Why is saying floating C0? But three eyes creature. So we can say this creature seems to be able to be multiple places at the same time, probably divine in nature. I think that's it, because this is all text that is not relevant anymore. Radius 4. So we can actually delete this one, eh? Yes, we can delete this one. Okay. And then we have one last... so now this works. We have one last creature that will be at the end, okay? Okay, so here we are on the third island, and... what should we describe? Everything. Okay, so the brazier is the first thing to describe. That's easy because I don't think that we want to have a different description. I think the description of the brazier is always the same. So magical brazier. Yeah, this thing. Magical brazier. Radius, I don't know, 4. I think I had the description here, no? Yeah. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes there. Boom. So this one we have, and you can read it. So if you didn't read it in the previous, you can read it here.
Listen, citizens, by the order of the Oktok.
By the
light of
order.
recent events and the reckless misuse of magic.
Magic.
All magic is hereby banned within city wall.
Within city wall.
Found casting or aiding in spellcraft will be detained and face severe punishment.
There is a city guard. There is a city guard and there is a city guard, yes. So let's see if we can get some help as usual in the description. Okay, now the player moves to a different area, which is a vision of a part of the city. There are houses and roads and a city guard stands alerting all the people of news coming from the Oktark. The guard seems to be very... The guard seems to be very... very directive, right? Like if he really wants to... if you really want to force the people. Very directive, like if he's holding power. And citizens must obey, right? Must obey. The guard is an Enkidukai. C plane shift races. Plane shift MMO races. I need a description. I need a description. A vision describes, no, description when you click on him. The vision reveals a bustling part of the city lined with humble houses. No. Sorry. I need a, well, maybe it's enough. At its center, a stern and Enkidukai guard stands tall. His gaze sharp and commanding. Stern. What does stern means, boys? Stern. Let me see. It's a word that I never used. What does stern means? Showing uncompromising or inflexible resolve. Fantastic. Okay, we will use it. A stern and Enkidukai city guard stands tall. But this stands tall is just a way of saying, or what? It's just to say that he's, you know, proud and confident. Way. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Stern and Enkidukai city guard stands tall. His gaze sharp and commanding. Well, is gaze sharp and its tone commanding? I don't know. I mean, how can the gaze be commanding? I mean, is gaze sharp and its tone commanding with an authoritative tone? Ah, okay, because he added later. He calls out urgent news from the Octar. Of the Octarch. I think it's enough. 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 We don't want to go crazy with the descriptions. I mean, it's but I want to have them, but I don't want to go crazy with the descriptions. But I want to. If people click on stuff, I want them to give description of stuff. I absolutely want it. Okay. Save. Ah, very nice. Do you want to describe the tree? Maybe not. Maybe the tree not. Here there was something.
Magic is too dangerous for us
Magic.
normal folk. Magic is too dangerous for us normal folk. It's unpredictable. Best leave it to the guard.
You're still doing it
In
double
any
if you
case,
go back
it's
and
our
forth.
duty to respect the Octarch's law.
Do you want to describe this? I don't know. I think it's a bit useless to describe this, actually. No, I'm not going to describe. I don't have anything to say on that because it's just a piece of furniture.
Maybe the Octarch is right.
The problem is that the same
My
here.
shop burned down overnight. Magic was the only thing that could have done it.
What can we do
Better
with these
safe than
things?
sorry, I say.
Serious or anything? What is martial law? Yeah, city pretty much. Should we describe these things or not? They're a bit useless, actually. I mean, it's just a setting of the city. What is really important are the guards, obviously the brazier, and I don't know because I can describe the fountain, but then what I say? I say that
Maybe the Octarch is right.
there are some
My
coins.
shop
There are
burned
some
down
coins
overnight.
inside. I don't know.
Magic was the only thing.
You pick
that
up a
could have
coin
done
and
it.
you see that is a
Better
weird
safe than
shape
sorry,
made
I
of a
say.
triangle, a strange triangle corner. Yeah, we can say that. I like that actually. Okay, let's do it. For the fountains, we will do that. Do you think people are throwing coins in the fountain? Maybe not. But it was a good idea to describe the fountain. But people are probably not throwing coins in the fountain. But this is a vision, you know. I think as a vision is okay. So let's say the player finds a fountain. I need a description. So the fountain, the fountain contains some water and has some coins at the bottom. You pick up one and you see you pick up one and you see its peculiar shape, triangle shape, seems made of what are our trias made of? Gems? Yes. Three are made of crystal mineral alloy resistant to corrosion. The crystal can be easily found in mines in transparent green color. Magically, but it doesn't say which. But yeah, it's a crystal mineral alloy resistant to corrosion. That is why the all three are take them to underwater. Crystal mineral alloy. That seems to be okay. Nice. And we can put that into the text. I mean, why not? Let's give some useless info. No, it's not useless. It's anyway part of the lore. So, Similar crystal mineral alloy is resistant to corrosion. It has a shape of no, it is too much. It's too much. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We will do it for both things. You cannot put a model for wishing the bottom. Wait. Why must be a modest fountain? Huh? It's water shimmering quietly in the basin. So we can say like this: the fountain water is okay. The fountain water is shimmering quietly in the basin. At the bottom, scattered coins glint faintly. Reaching in, you pick up one. You pick one up, and its unusual triangular shape catches your eye. The coin seems crafted from a crystal mineral alloy, smooth and resistant to corrosion, unlike anything you have seen before. Yeah, here the problem is that if you are a Kran or a Lemur, this, unlike anything you have seen before, will be wrong, right? So I have to remove it. It would be nice, but we cannot have it because otherwise it's inconsistent with people that already existed in the world. But I don't know. Anyway, this we call it fountain because we are very creative people. And with a radius of 6, because it's very big, we put this text and we save it. And then we do exactly the same with this fountain. So maybe you click only on 1 and not on 2.
Magic is too dangerous for us
Magic.
normal folk. It's unpredictable.
It's unpredictable, I agree.
In any case, it's our duty to respect the Octax law.
Yeah, it's our duty to respect the Octar law, but if they, I mean, I want to use my magic. You know? Fountain, fuck. No, fountain is not possible. Fountain. Okay, better. Okay.
Magic is too dangerous for
I
us
think
normal folk.
What
It's
the hell?
unpredictable.
Rubber
Best leave it to
banding
the
like a
guards.
boss.
In any case, it's our duty to respect the Octax law.
I mean, the houses. Do we want to describe the houses? I don't know. Do you think anyone will click on the houses? And if we describe them, then what do we say? That is not, oh, you see a house, right? I don't know if I want to describe the houses. I mean, it's just houses. We can describe this girl.
Banning all magic, even the smallest spell. They claim it's for our safety. But no, how are we to heal the sick or light the darkness?
We can describe this girl. So when we try to click on the door, good point. Okay, we can try to describe on the door. I mean, yeah, okay, good idea. Good idea. We can say that. We can say something about it. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so the player approaches. In theory, I could speak instead of typing, but approaches an Enkidukai wizard. See plane shift MMO race page for details. She's wearing a wizard robe and seems to hide her magic wand, like if she is afraid of being caught by the guards. Right? Yeah, seems to be hiding, and she's looking around. She looks around. How do you say when you look around to check that no one is seeing you? I don't know. She looks around to check no one sees her. Okay. You approach. What? You approach an Enkidukai wizard cloaked in a worn robe. Why everything needs to be worn? Why ChatGPT doesn't know anything else than worn? Why everything is worn? A perfectly clean and new robe. A perfectly new robe. No, okay. In a wizard, I think it's nice. I mean, the wizard robe of Enkidukai have a lot of feathers and small claws and skulls and all of that, right? So, like they have all these feathers and skulls and animal parts and flowers and things, right? So I think is what I want to say. So we should say that the robe is adorned with animal parts like feathers, bones, etc. Is worn again, because that makes it a bit more interesting, right? You approach the Enkidukai wizard cloaked in a worn robe. In a robe adorned with feathers, bones, and other animal parts. She clutches her magic wand close, okay, almost hiding it as feeling it the watchful eye of the city guards. Yeah, I think it's good. Her sharp gaze that ran nervously, ensuring no one noticed her secret. Nervously, yeah, let's say nervously is enough. Okay, this one was not too bad. So we will call it Enkidukai. So I say Enkidukai, people will not know what is it. Should I say feline, whatever you say? Or should I say just clocked, should I just say clocked figure? Or should I say enrobed, cloth or donned? Or should I say enrobed figure? Or I don't know. I should say I can say Enkidukai, but Enkidukai people will not know what is it. A new player will say like what? Enk what? Enk what? I can say a cat figure. I can say because for the stone hammer I said dwarves, right? Which everyone knows what is it. Okay, let's say Enkidukai, we teach them that this is an Enkidukai. They will not know if he's a race, or they will not know if he's a conclave. They will not know if he's a name, right? Maybe they think that this girl is named Enkidukai as a name, as a first name, right? So, but anyway, maybe they remember from the character creation when they selected the races that there was one called this way. Maybe. Okay, we save this. Nice. You approach. Yeah, you approached. Okay, they will try to click on the doors.
Banning all magic.
Maybe.
Even the smallest spell. They claim it's for our safety. But no.
The
how
whole
are we to
house is the
heal
same. Can we
sick
then
or
we
light the
improve this
darkness?
freaking square things one day? I think we should do a pass on the houses, by the way. We should do a pass on the houses to make them nicer, to make all the things more round and the texture higher quality. We don't have so many house types, so I think if we do it with like 6-7 type of houses, we do the whole city. But anyway, not now. So you say they may want to enter one of these places,
Discerned citizens.
but then
by the
I have
order of the
to
Oktar,
describe every
in
house.
light of recent events and the reckless misuse of magic, all magic is
then
hereby
I have to
banned
describe
within
every
city
house.
walls until further
I mean, we can
notice.
do it, but-
Any who are found casting or aiding in spellcraft will be detained
we
and
call it
face
what?
severe punishment.
We call it house. We call it house, or that we call it? We call it house. House. So do we want you to hear something from inside or not? Because that would be nice. You may be hearing, even if it's a vision, right? But the vision may include sound. So you may be hearing people speaking inside and giving you additional information, right? So you may hear someone, I mean, maybe one of the houses is completely silent, but maybe some of the others, there is some noise inside, and you may hear something. But I don't know what you may hear. What you may hear. You may hear something about this freaking Iris Octarch. Yes. You may hear something about hiding magic and hiding books. Okay. I think it's fine. So let's say the player clicks on one house and gets some and gets a description. The description says he hears someone inside the house saying he thinks the next thing Iris the Octarch will order is to burn all the magic books, and they will have to hide them somewhere. Okay. From inside the house you catch a whispered voice. I think the next thing Iris the Octarch will order is to burn all the magic books. We'll have to hide them somewhere or they will be lost forever. This time it did something decent without too much fluff and too much shit. Okay, house. Let's do 000 like we learned, so that there is no range check. I'm gonna put a range anyway, but it's not gonna be used actually. Okay, so this is what they say in this house. What they can say in the next house. I think the house that is most likely you are gonna click, yeah, probably is the first one, this one. But
Maybe the Octarch is right. My shop burned
we
down
can,
overnight. Magic was the only thing that could have done it.
The second one, the second house. Someone says to shh and stay quiet. We will not open to any guards. We will not open any guards, and let them think we are not at home. We should voice warn, stay quiet. We won't open to any guards. Let them think we are not home. This guy copied exactly my text. Okay, so probably was good for one time. Maybe. You hear someone inside. You hear someone inside the house. Yeah, I should voice warn. Stay quiet. We wanna. Then the guard. Let them think. Let them. Let them think we are not home. Okay, save. Active. Radius 0, 0, 0. Polygon 0. Radius 10. Okay. Done. Next house. This one will be completely silent, just because at least one we have an easy job, right? This house is you wait. I need English. Another house is larger and looks more expensive. It has painted columns in a rich fashion. Seems no one is at home. It's silent. It's silent. The house is large and grand, with richly painted column that speaks of wealth and status. Yet it's silent and empty, as you know, on his own. Okay, it's good. It's good. Simple enough. Boom. Done. Save. Oh my god, it's midnight 07. Fuck. I still have to do the certificate, the SSL certificate. I should have played some light. I should have played some city lights here, huh? Crap. Okay, these are also because you don't see the doors. Any ideas for the next houses, guys? Because I'm out of ideas. 10 0 0 0 0 0 0. This house. Maybe there is one that is in favor, you know, of the guards. Who can be in favor of the ban of magic? Who can be in favor of the ban of magic? Well, everyone that is not a magic user, they don't care, right? Or anyone that had a problem with, like the guy with the shop, right? That said that. The academy, the conclave, maybe the conclave. Maybe we say something about the conclave. The player approaches another house. Isn't this the same house that we just did on the other side? No, huh? No. The player approaches another house where people seems to be in favor of the Octarch decision, and they are thinking the conclave, no, the ways should be disbanded. No, the whatever, the what else they may want? The guy near the rats, near the bronze doors, does like magic. You mean the Dark Wanderer, or what can be? What can be? They are thinking. What they are saying? The player approach another house where the people seems to be in favor of the Octar decision. Yeah. So what can be? What can be their reason? Their reason to be in favor? Let me see what ChatGPT thinks. Fear of chaos. They believe in controlled magic threatens safety. Loyalty. They trust the Orcal wisdom and want to support. Religious or code of magic may be seen as dangerous, evil, or taboo. They might benefit politically and economically from suppressing magic use. They might benefit politically or economically from suppressing magic use. How? They or their family suffer magic has gone wrong. Something more specific, tied to a story. Ever since the Reefshard incident, uncontrolled magic has brought nothing but ruin to an first twisted creature in the alleys. The Orca born accursed books. It's taking just my text and remixing it. This ties and supports past event that caused the magic chaos. No, it's shit. It's shit. Magical disaster. Lost the loved one for a rogue magic. Stability and prosperity. The Octar promised stability and prosperity in exchange for restricting dangerous magic. Magic is tied to a banned cult or rebellion. Economic interest. Economic interest is not bad. Yes, let's do this. Yes, a merchant thinks on how much magic items and magic books will now be priced. He will become rich. He will become rich very fast. I need the description. The description of the dialogue, like the previous. The one that teaches you the weapons. No, but okay, no, but I'm not saying that. I don't need a name, right? I'm trying to understand. You are just listening inside a house, right? Do you mean that you want also to have an existing character name, but they will not know him. If you say Ibar, they will not know who is it. So, and it is anyway a vision of the past, right? So it's very unlikely that you get exactly at the same time where Ibar was alive, and actually Ibar was not alive at that time, because that is like 200, 300 years ago, right? Because it's a vision of the past. So yeah. So the answer is no. It's okay, it's okay. Giving ideas is always good, you know. Giving ideas is always good. Inside the shop, a merchant voice murmured greedily, with those magic books and enchanted item banned, the price will skyrocket in the black market and make a fortune before I know what is happening. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I have to massage it a bit, but it's not bad. We can say you hear a voice, you hear a faint voice inside a shop. A merchant voice murmurs greedily, with those magic books. With those magic books and enchanted. No, I mean, they are not banning the magic books. They are banning magic, but they are not. No one said that they are banning magic books. But the point is that if magic is not allowed, right, everything magical may, you know, banning magic may basically will have less, so all the magical items will worth more, right? So no one said that they are not banning magic books or items. They are banning magic usage. With magic usage banned, enchanted item will become rare. Exactly. Even the book remain without spell to activate in the value with sword, and it will be cashing. Yeah, exactly. Something like this. Yes, much better. You hear a faint voice inside the shop and mention about murmurs greedily. Murmurs greedily. With magic used banned, enchanted items will become rare and sought after, even if the books remain. Now let's say without spells to imbue. Without spell to imbue them, their value will soar, and I will be the one cashing in. I don't like this, and I will be the one cashing in. I really don't like it. Can I get some alternatives for I have to go, guys. It's late. Absolutely, there are some alternative for that phrase, and the profit will come straight to me. And the one counting the gold, and I will be the one counting the gold. Yeah, this is also nice. And I will be the one. I will be the one counting the gold. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we did all the houses. There is one more house, but the other house, I think I will not do. Just because I already did too many, and that's enough. Okay, save. Fantastic. Okay, so I think it's nice because, you know, you go through, you click on stuff, and it's a bit like an old adventure game, right? Where you get descriptions, you get information. Well, I think we have to do this. It's too big, it's too frontal. I mean, there is no way. We have to do this house as well. What can we do on this house then? I don't know. I'm kind of out of ideas. I mean, it can be another silent house if we want. Do you have other ideas? I mean, we can have something completely random, right? It is not related to anything. Like a couple getting mad at each other, right? I don't know. We can have anything. I mean, in this period of time. Can we connect to any other event of the history? Can we connect to any other event of the history? Good question. What is that? Because it's Thermorian. So it's in the Thermorian history, huh? I guess. Yeah. So a pretty influential Thermorian, it is Davina, took the lead and proposed herself as leading, blah blah blah. She was accepted in New York. The master edition of the Morian, blah blah blah. She discovered with a citizen of the Morian. The Divine proclaimed the use of magic as an heresy to protect the people of Iliac. Immediately defeated the revolt of ages. She managed to gain entrance. She was assassinated in the celebration of the 16th anniversary of Iliac with a scenic act to the few wizards proclaimed standing magic. So we are in year 600. Leaving out somebody who said he's stuck on this island. What do you mean? It is a vision of the past. It's impossible that he's stuck in the island. What do you mean? No, it's a vision of the past. It's a flashback. It's a flashback of the past. It's not an island. It looks like an island, but it's a flashback of the past. I mean, someone can speak about her somehow. Like, she was... I don't know. Yeah, but I have to go, guys. I have to go. Yes, good night. So we only have to do this door, and then we have to do the two
The
assassins.
vision is complete.
Iris has gone mad. This decree is proof enough. She's blinded by power.
Look at the
We
wizard
must
robe
end her
of the
rule
lady.
now, or
Fantastic,
she will ruin
huh?
us all.
Agreed. At the next city festival, she'll be exposed.
The festival. Yes.
At the next city
strike there.
festival. By the way, I don't think it was a festival. Yes, it was the 16th anniversary of the. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I think it was good anyway. We added a lot of stuff, right? And I know it's just descriptions. I mean, it's not maybe super important, but I think I want to give a feel of the game that is, you know, more role play, more lore, more stuff, you know, than just go and kill the next monster, right? So yeah. Thank you, Lucas. Hey, we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. European time, I will be here. And meanwhile, if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and also if you want to play our game, we have just a new release out, which is 0749. You can visit this very nice building if you want. It's somewhere there in the desert. And yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye bye. Then a vision of the past inside the house with a family who needs to run out. Run out because